Hey everyone, I'm back with Chapter 5 of Junie B. Jones as a Party Animal. And Chapter 5 is a little bit of a long one, so find a comfy spot to sit or a blanket to snuggle in and let's dive in. Chapter 5 is called Going to the Ball. Lucille was sitting in the middle. She whispered real quiet to me and Grace. "Beg for my poodle," she said. "You promised, remember? You promised to beg for my poodle." Me and Grace looked and looked at each other because we didn't actually want to do that thing. Lucille poked us. "Come on, you promised," she whispered. I did a sigh. Then I thinked and thinked about what to say. Finally, I took a deep breath. "Hey, Nana, guess what? Lucille wants a poodle, and so could you buy her one?" I asked. "Yeah, could you?" said Grace. "'Cause she's making us beg you, or else we can't spend the night." The Nana's mouth came all the way open. "Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? Well, my granddaughter knows perfectly well that I'm allergic to dogs, so you can tell Lucille that a poodle is out of the question." I patted Lucille, very understanding. "A poodle is out of the question, we're afraid," I said. Lucille kicked her feet up and down. "Beg harder," she whispered. "You have to beg harder." I did a frown. "Are you firm on that, Nana?" I asked. "No poodle, Lucille," said the Nana, very snappish. Lucille kicked her feet some more. "I knew that dumb idea wouldn't work," she grouched. Just then, the car stopped in front of a big iron gate. Grace's eyes opened big and wide. "Wow, this gate looks like a castle gate," she said. Lucille smiled a teeny bit. "It's not a castle gate, you silly head. This is the gate to my house." The Nana pushed a button and the gate opened right in front of our eyes. "Hey, that button is like magic," I said. Lucille smiled bigger. After that, the Nana drove down a long driveway and she stopped in front of a big, beautiful house. Lucille jumped out of the car and ran inside. Me and Grace followed after her. And guess what? Lucille's house was even beautifuler on the inside than it was on the outside. There was a big, long row of stairs and a beautiful big bowl of flowers and a beautiful, giant, sparkly ceiling light made out of glass. I did a gasp at that glistening thing. "That light takes my breath away," I said. Lucille skipped all around in a circle. She sang a loud song in our ears. "See, I told you I was rich," she sang. She made that song up, I think. After that, she took our hands and showed us all the rooms in her house. She showed us the living room and the dining room and the kitchen and the big giant patio and Daddy's office and the mother's office and the family room and the pool room where you play pool and the outside pool where you swim and the hot tub and the library and the gym and Nana's room and the mother and Daddy's room and the fancy gold bathroom with the jacuzzi and the brother's room and a whole bunch of guest rooms. Then finally Lucille showed us her bedroom, and it looked like a bedroom where a princess lived. Lucille had a big, pink, frilly roof on top of her bed. "That's called a canopy," she explained. "It matches my pink silk draperies and my pink silk bedspread and my pink telephone and my pink rug and my wallpaper with pink flowers on it. And you see my TV and my stereo, my computer, and my CD player?" She pointed to the corner. "And did you notice all my big stuffed animals standing over there?" she asked. My eyes popped out at those guys. The giraffe was bigger than me. Me and Grace ran to play with them. "No, stop!" shouted Lucille. "You're not allowed to touch them. They're just for show." "Huh?" said Grace. "What?" I said. "How come?" "Because they were expensive, that's how come. Those animals costed my Nana a fortune." "Oh," I said, disappointed. "Oh," said Grace. We sat down on Lucille's bed. Lucille shouted at us again. "No, get up! You're not allowed to sit there. That bedspread is just for show." Me and Grace springed right off of it. Lucille quickly smoothed the material with her hand. "Don't you two know anything?" she said. "This bedspread is made out of silk, I told you. I'm not allowed to get it soiled." "Oh," I said. "Oh," said Grace. After that, Lucille skipped over to her dresser and she pressed a button on her mirror. A million bazillion lights came on. "Look at this," she said. "This is my very own professional makeup mirror. It's the same kind of mirror they use for movies. My Nana brought it all the way from Hollywood." Me and Grace turned to the sparkly mirror. We looked at ourselves in the bright lights. Then we sticked out our tongues and made funny faces. Lucille quick turned it off. "It's not a toy," she grouched. After that, me and Grace just stood still, and we didn't touch anything. And here's the picture of Junie B and Grace playing with Lucille's mirror, and you can see Lucille's grumpy face in the background. "This is going to be a long evening," I said. Only then something wonderful happened. Lucille's Nana came in the room with a big box of dress-up clothes. "I thought you little gals might have fun with some of my old evening gowns," she said. "They're as old as the hills, but they're still quite stunning." Lucille ran to the box, speedy quick. "Let's play Cinderella," she said. She pulled out a beautiful sparkly pink gown. "I'm Cinderella," she shouted. Then that Grace shoved me out of her way, and she ran to the box, too. She pulled out a sparkly blue gown. "I'm the fairy godmother," she yelled. I did a huffy breath at those two, because now I had to be the ugly stepsisters. I bended down and searched through the box very careful. Then all of a sudden my hands felt something long and silky and soft. I quick pulled it out. My face lit up, and so did Nana's. "Oh, my goodness, my old feather boa," she said. "Why, I haven't seen that thing in years." I danced all around with that lovely thing. "I love this, Nana. I love this old feather boa." Just then another great idea popped in my brain. "Hey, I know. I will be the famous singer that sings at Cinderella's ball." Lucille and Grace looked funny at me. "What singer?" said Lucille. "There's no singer," said Grace. I stamped my foot. "Yes, there is. There is too a singer, and I'm her. My name is Florence, the famous singer, and I will be performing show tunes from the hit musical Annie. So there." Lucille and Grace shrugged their shoulders at me. Then they dressed up in their beautiful gowns, and they went to the ball, and I sang "The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow." And that is the end of chapter 5, and I'm going to show you a picture of the girls and their dress-up outfits from Nana's dress-up clothes. And you can see Junie B has a hairbrush that she's using as a microphone. So we'll have to see in chapter 6 how the rest of the sleepover goes, because so far Junie B isn't having any problems, but we know her mom and dad gave her that list of rules. So we'll see next time. Chapter 6 is called Bouncing. Until next time.